think we're set. Sorry again,
Okay,
Bella. I haven't really got a super chance to get to know you. I've seen you working through the hallways here and there. I have talked to your instructors about you. They definitely rave about you and, how hard of a worker you are, how attentive you are, good attention to detail. Like you just mean to do a good job.
Awesome.
So that's always good here. And when you said you wanted to do this, I'm like, yes, I guess actually kind of dive into, more about you.
Cool.
So I kind of just want to start there. Like, just tell me a little bit more about yourself, your story, and how you came to IntelliTec.
Okay. So my name's Racheal, and I'm from Colorado. I have 2 children. A 15-year-old son, and a 12-year-old daughter. She turns 12 actually on Sunday.
Happy birthday.
So we get to do the whole birthday thing every weekend. I was married for 20 years. Recently got divorced a couple years ago. I ran a business with him for about 10 years of that. So that's what led me to join IntelliTec. I became a massage therapist because I believe in its healing. When I was about 28 years old, right after I had my daughter, I somehow injured my back and I got a bulging disc. I had an MRI to confirm everything. I was dealing with sciatic nerve pain, the numbness, the muscle atrophy, just being uncomfortable day, morning, night. I wasn't able to get like full night's sleep, just I couldn't do anything. And, the doctors, they recommended me to do surgery and do the shots and everything. But I felt like I was too young to go down that avenue.
Mm-hmm.
So I started to look into alternative methods. That's when I went to see a massage therapist. And that just brought me so much relief. And then I went to a chiropractor. And then I continued to see my massage therapist monthly for about 2 years. But seeing the massage therapist, I was able to then start taking care of my health better. I was able to join a gym and start taking better care of my health, eat healthier and everything. And through just all of those things, I now live a pain-free life. The doctors, they told me that I was going to deal with that pain pretty much for the rest of my life. So I personally believe that was because of massage therapy that I was able to heal the way that I did. So I have a lot of experience getting massages and I believe in it. And so I came to this point in my life where I needed to do something. And so I really thought about what I wanted to do. And I started looking, I was going to go to cosmetology because I do like to do hair and stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like everyone probably thought that's the avenue I was going to go.
Yeah.
Because I did have like a YouTube channel with like hair and makeup and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I've done it all life stuff. But I really thought about it and I was like, I really think I could do massage therapy and really enjoy it. And it turns out that like I'm really intuitive. It's kind of natural to me. And I think because I just had so much experience getting massage, I know like kind of what a good massage it can do for the body,
Mm-hmm.
and just the wellness and just the overall well-being creates for the body. Like I just believe in it so much.
Yeah.
So that's why initially I came to IntelliTec.
Mm-hmm.
One day I was just like randomly figuring out like what I should do, and I just like looked up the school and like I just kind of like filled out the stuff and like I immediately just got like this email, and then she called me and kind of was like, you need to come in and get all the information. So it kind of like that lady kind of pushed me into actually going through with it. And then I came here and then like got the information for both cosmetology and massage therapy. I got information for both.
Mm-hmm.
But it just the massage therapy program fell right naturally into my schedule. I was like able to, afford it and like do it. So I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. So, so I decided to do that, and it's been one of the best decisions I've ever made.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I'm curious. Let's bounce back to you said you had a bulging disc.
Yeah, I had a bulging disc in the L4, L5.
Did it just pop up out of nowhere?
So my suspicion actually is I think it was from my epidural when I got from my daughter. Because when I was getting my epidural, it felt off. It felt wrong. My husband said that the technician was like half asleep, half awake, because it was like early in the morning, when I was getting it done.
Mm-hmm.
But I signed the waiver, so I can't really do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really prove that that's what it was, but I really feel like he put the needle in too far, which injured it. And then I feel like I somehow like crunched it even more, picking up my daughter or just like doing something the wrong way, which made it, which is, I think that's what happened to me. Really.
And then how long did you deal with that again?
I was in pain for almost 2 years. Like, yeah.
With a child.
With both my kids.
Both of them.
I actually had just started the business. We had just started Seeds. I got pregnant with Nova like 3 months into starting our business. Wasn't really planned, but it happened. It was meant to be. So there was a lot of stress going on during that time too. So I was just dealing with a lot of mental, emotional, and physical trauma. But I really think that my journey from finding the good massage therapist that I did find, she really.
How did you find her? Just out of curiosity, because
randomly enough, she was a friend of the group downtown of the people that were the community, you know. She had just actually started her business. It's Taylor Wagler. She's the middle. She owns the middle wellness center. And she graduated from here.
Yeah.
So she had just started her business. So I was actually one of her like first customers to like follow her from the beginning all the way till she is now. So I was one of the people that she got to like experiment on and like really try things on, and I became one of her like regulars immediately. It was just like fate. I don't know that we came to each other. That's where I'm hoping to go work for after I graduate too. So.
Have you already talked to her?
She knows that I want to go there. I'm just hoping that I pass that NBLEX.
Small thing. I don't even think about it. I'm like, oh, you're students, you're doing great, you're fine, you're gonna pass. But it is like I'm
a little nervous about it, but I feel confident, but I'm still, a little nervous. Sometimes I get filled with anxiety and then I just lose all the information. And, it's like I draw a blank, So hopefully that won't happen.
Hopefully that won't happen. It won't happen.
But I'm feeling confident about it.
We're good.
So.
Do you feel like you've taken the steps along the way to kind of prepare for that? I know you said, I feel like anxiety is one of those things, especially when it comes to test taking, that a lot of people suffer from. So what are you doing to combat that? Because you know the information. I mean, your grades say you know the information. Your instructors say you know the information. The massages you give, like the people come in, the clients that you have. So what are you doing to combat that, to make sure that
I'm just studying really hard, start as much as I can. I wake up in the morning and my job allows me to do schoolwork at work. So I spend most of my days studying while I'm at work.
That's cool.
So I just spend a lot of time. I study. I use the apps. I go through the book. I use the ABMP. I do a lot of those. I watch YouTube videos. Like a ton of YouTube videos.
I love that you're just preparing yourself. Which again is a testament to who you are and what you're planning to do in your career, and yourself, because you're just like, hey, this is what I want to do and this is what it takes to get there. Sometimes people just try to cut corners. There's no corner cutting. No. I don't think here.
No. You gotta go all in.
Gotta go all in. So you're working.
Yes.
What are some of the challenges of working and going to school at the same time, or have you experienced that at all?
It's been super challenging just because I'm also a mom, so I'm missing out on my kids' time. But really, just the most challenging thing for me has been clinicals, because I end my day with clinicals. Those 5 hours are really hard to get through for me because I work all day. But really, that's really the main challenge that I've seen so far for me personally. Is just the physical aspect of it, really. Like, I wish I could wake up and bust out those massages rather than ending my day like that, but I've been powering through, and like it just made me realize that I'm stronger than I think I am, and when I do graduate I will still be able to work and massage. Like, I've proven that I can handle both. So
is that kind of that's your goal, is you're going to kind of get yourself into the field? Or
I'm gonna work my way into hopefully just being a permanent, just an only massage therapist, not have to have that day job. But I'm gonna do the both until I can feel comfortable enough to not have that day job.
Yeah, for sure. What is something that has surprised you about the journey that you've had here?
So for me, I didn't do good with school when I was in school back then, like high school. Like, I barely graduated school, like academics. It wasn't a thing for me. Wasn't very good, like with the book smarts. So I'm just very surprised at how well I've done. It's emotional. I guess you could say like I was a delinquent.
Or you felt that way?
well, I got in trouble a lot in school. You know, I got kicked out. I was doing drugs and stuff. So I'm just like really proud of myself.
You should be. Oh my gosh. And you've come so far, and like I would never know. I would never know that. Do you feel like you feel kind of just like this was a better fit for you, or
I think it's just because like the teachers and like the support
yeah,
really is what it is.
yeah. I'm looking for tissues for you. Not now, but there's some napkins.
I didn't think I was gonna get them out small.
But how cool is that? I think that, you know, especially a lot of the students who come here have that hands-on experience, or you know, it's not the hands-on experience, they're just hands-on learners.
Yeah.
And there's something about
that's how I am. I'm a hands-on learner, and like retaining information is like super hard for me. So I'm just like super surprised at how like well I've done with it.
Yeah. I think sometimes you just have to find your people, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I love the teachers here. Janet, Carla, and Hannah. They're all super amazing. Like I don't think I would have had such a great time if the instructor, my teachers weren't so supportive and awesome. Really. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry I don't have actual tissue and
okay.
I saw your makeup and I was just like, I have to give her something, a sleeve or something. I don't know. As you're kind of going through with moving into your practice someday, what do you think you might? What is your strength as a
deep tissue?
Deep tissue.
Deep tissue.
Didn't even think about it. This is where it's at.
Yeah. I really like deep tissue, and also kind of like the sports massage side of it. I really like working the body. Like a lot of my clients, because I do a lot of the stretching of the joints and stuff. And a lot of my clients are like, I haven't had a massage therapist that stretched me like that, and they really, really like it. So I don't know, just kind of, it's kind of now it comes natural to me. Like I'm intuitive to the body. I kind of feel like what the body is asking, what it needs. So deep tissue, like people really seem to like my pressure and my techniques, and they kind of all lead to just like deep tissue stuff.
Cool.
So
I like that you. I mean, something in there triggered. I feel like mobility is the most important thing that we can have to kind of keep
flexibility and joint
absolutely.
movement. Yeah. Because our body kind of seems to start deteriorating. We like don't move a lot, and we sit in like same spots continuously a lot. So if you just keep your body moving, you're gonna feel a lot better daily, I think. Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna call these talks, these chats that I'm having with students, it's called Tricks of the Trade. Really just kind of diving into what it takes to be successful here. Obviously, the trials, tribulations, but also the success, which I think is really cool. If you could give advice to a future student walking through the door, maybe they have no idea, they don't know what a muscle looks like. I don't know how that's possible. They don't know where the muscles are. They're afraid of just getting started in the journey. What advice would you give them?
It's definitely not as hard as you think it is. When I first came here, I felt very overwhelmed, especially with like the anatomy and physiology class and like the kinesiology class. It's really not as hard as I thought it was going to be, really. What else would I tell someone? I don't know, it's different for me because I'm a little bit older. A lot of my classmates are a lot younger than I am, so I just have a little bit more like life experience, I guess. So I'm not really sure. Like a lot of people are coming in here, I'm still like kind of finding themselves, who they are, like on the inside and stuff. And I've already been on that journey. I feel like a lot of those people are in that journey of their lives. They're still finding themselves. I just would recommend getting to know yourself. The more you know yourself, the better you're going to be able to find your path in life.
Oh yeah, such good advice. The better you know yourself, for sure. Any shout outs you want to give as we're closing this out?
Just my teachers, Hannah, Janet, and Carla. They're awesome.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me today. It has been a pleasure to get to know you and your story. And I just have a feeling we're going to hear more of you in the Valley soon. You should be emotional. It's because you've done something that's quite like it's a feat, it's a challenge. And I know you say it's not as hard as you think, but walking through the door is hard. And deciding you're going to do it is hard too. And then proving yourself that you can do it. Boom, here you are.
Yeah.
That's really cool.